Okay, guys, here we are, as usual. I'm going to crank the AC. Hopefully it's not like Gabby, because it's 90 degrees, and the car's been sitting in the sun, and it's hot. Let's talk big brain. Why is it every Sunday I have a big brain talk? I got two big brains. Okay, so, Lisa. Thank God she didn't mention me, but Lisa Big Brain. If you were the social media starlet that you think you are, the content queen, you would know that Nookie and Kai are not monetized. Yeah. Big brain strikes again. They're not monetized. They're not making money off you. And if you're talking about their TikToks, they don't make that much. Okay? Reaper puts out content. I don't watch her simply because I don't have time to watch everybody. For Pete's sake, I'm up to 5 jobs. I don't need any more. You know, something you wouldn't know about. Even though I'm retired after working for decades. So, I just, tend to help people that need something and can't get help. Unlike you, who are selfish. Like, why did your parents stop paying rent when you moved in, huh? I mean, it's right there in the court papers, which are public. You just have to do the math because you said how much their rent was, divide it, and it goes back to when you moved in. So, I guess they have been feeding you, huh? I guess you do have food. And then you wonder why people think you're a liar. Well, because you lie about the dumbest shit. If you would just, I keep saying this, I've said it since day one, if you just came out and were honest and said, look, my life sucks, I want to get fucked up, and I need money to do it. You know that there are people that would actually fund that? We have people on the street here who actually hold up signs saying, really need a beer, and people will stop and give them money. They get a shit ton of money, okay? But you can't be honest for anything. And now you're once again number 11 in the last 2 years, inferring that you're going to rehab. I never said I'm going to rehab. Girl, this morning, you said, I need money for a hotel because then I'm going to be gone for 3 weeks and you guys are going to be like, where'd you go? And don't come back asking me to unblock you. You're not going nowhere for 3 weeks. Nowhere. You have repeatedly come online and said, in comically satirical ways, I'm not going to inpatient. I will never go to inpatient. When you went for benzos, you ran away in 12 days. You ran away. You never completed. So stop saying you've been to rehab before, because it really doesn't count unless you actually get something out of it. And you've been on Klonopin ever since, so you're still on benzos, right? Right. You can't be honest even for your son. I've known quite a few Lisas in my career. You know, we get frequent flyers in the ER, we get frequent flyers in the ambulance, you get frequent flyer calls on the street. You Narcan them, they fucking come up swinging, they're pissed off, they spit on you, they try and punch you because you took their high away, cuss you up and down, and I'm talking women as much as men. I told you guys, had the dude that tried to bail out, he bailed, he did bail, didn't try, he bailed out the back of the ambulance as it was rolling, okay? Because that third sniff of Narcan did the job, and he bolted up and out. Caught everyone off guard. He was fine. He didn't get hurt. He went out running. Didn't even ball up on the street. He went out running. Most of the Lisas I've known in this town or in this county have had their children taken, and they fucking did it because they love their children. They love their children above anything, even above the drugs. And they were hardcore addicts. They did whatever it took. Because having their child taken was like having a piece of their heart taken. It was like taking a limb, but something that could be reattached and useful again. They did it. They did the work. And you lost all your kids. Your sisters raised your girls. Your former mother-in-law is raising your sons. Because let's face it, Lisa, you can't adult. You never have. Another thing I've said since day one. You got pregnant at 16. Mommy and Daddy took care of you. Then you moved in with Cole, and he took care of you. And then he died, and Jace's survivor benefits took care of you. You never paid the rent. You never paid your light bill. Because you can't adult. And no, Lisa, you said today, like, people are so obsessed and never gonna meet you. You're lucky I never meet you. What's a 90-pound, 6-foot twig gonna do? Everything hurts on you. Everything's broken down on you. You think you're such a badass. Jesus, I could drop you with a sneeze. And I haven't been to the gym in a year and a half thanks to my foot. I still could. You love to threaten. You want whatever control you can get. And that's turning the comments off. I'm telling you, people, leave. Leave. When she does it. Leave. There are so many better lolcows out there that you can troll and have fun. Lisa isn't even a fun troll. She's a pathetic human. And no, Lisa, I don't think you're going to rehab. I don't see any hope for you. I really don't. And I don't care. I don't wish you ill, but your life is your responsibility, not ours. Your fix is your responsibility, not ours. You may find some gullible, naive people, like this poor man you're taking advantage of. One day he'll wise up. They always do. If people want to be gullible and naive, if they want to troll, there are a few people who want to see you hurt, who want to see you OD. You don't care. Let them. Let them. If it wasn't them, you'd be turning tricks on the street. So I guess it keeps men clean, you know? We remember the makeup days on Rhine Street. Yeah, we know. We know. We remember what Abby said you were doing. Lisa, the reason, and I've said it since day one, the reason I monetize is not for me to get money. The reason I monetize is because you're stealing money from people who don't know any better, who don't realize at first you're lying and they give because they're soft-hearted. Maybe they're not worldly. Maybe they never come out of their houses. Maybe they're senior citizens. For whatever reason, you're stealing money and saying it's for food, but paying your dealer. And you know what? There are people who really need money, who really need help. I'm going to introduce you to one of them later. Homeless people with children who actually work, who work their asses off doing whatever it takes to keep a roof over their head, food in their child's stomach, who make their children their priority, who try their hardest, and they're drowning because of inflation. Because they're in states not like California. They're in states that don't give you a lot of money if you're homeless, if you're disabled. I'm going to introduce you to a lady who has a truly autistic 5-year-old. Truly autistic. Not bad, but autistic enough to require therapies. And she's making choices to do hard work. To the point, I said to Hubs, should we reach out to her? I could get her an apartment here. I could get the kid appropriate therapy. I mean, I feel that strongly about this woman. She is dog paddling hard. She never begs. She doesn't ask for anything. And then there's you. Stealing. That's what you're doing, Lisa. You're stealing from people who know better. They haven't a clue what a drug addict does. A drug addict who gave away her kids, who let the state take them away and didn't fight for them. Never say you love that kid. Never. A real mom fights for her children. And the sad thing is your kids have all these videos to look back on. Wow, mom really didn't want me, did she? So I take the money I make off YouTube and I give it to people who really need it. Now, since I became monetized, I have not gotten the money from YouTube. They have never cut me one penny. Not one penny, because of my name problem and my tax form. But what I do is every month I see how much of my videos make, and I take that amount, round it up to $300. Now usually I make about $140 a month in a good month, because I'm a tiny channel. I'm doing this as a hobby. Hi, hummingbird. Sorry. This is a hobby. This is not a job, but it turns into a job kind of, because puppets take a lot of work. But we have always given every month because it's the right thing to do if you can. If you can't, there's other ways to give back. And when the hurricanes happened, we realized those people, because we have worked in disaster zones, we have worked for disaster relief, boots on the ground. We know that it will take years for those people to recover. So since I became monetized, every month we give to hurricane relief for pets, wildlife, pets, some form of animals, and for humans. Now we're in a position to be able to give $300 a month, and we'd love to give more. Heck, we wanted to go back there and help. But, you know, unfortunately, I'm the type, I see a fire, I want to go work. Because that was my life. That was my life for decades. Jump in the truck with everyone else, roll out. Not Chef Carl style. But now we're older, so we have to be able to do help in different ways. So you know what? You want to steal from the people? I'm going to take it back. And I'm going to give it to the people who deserve it, Lisa. And that's not you. I wouldn't give to a Lisa if she was the last person on earth. If she was on fire, I wouldn't piss on her. Okay? I don't hate you, Lisa. I don't hate you. I hate what you did to your children. I detest what you did to your dog. I really dislike what you've done to your parents. As someone who lost a child, do you know what it's like watching your child die slowly? That's what you're doing to your parents. Do you care? Fuck no. Fuck no. You wonder why they're mad at you? You wonder why they talk shit about you? I'd be pissed too. All they want is for you to get clean. You can't do it for your kids. You sure as hell ain't doing it for your mama. You are absolutely pathetic. I can't hate somebody who is pathetic, who is weak. You always like to say how you're a strong person. Strong people fight. Strong people do the right thing. Strong people have willpower. You have none of those things. You are a pathetic weakling of a human. And it's not since Cole died, because your kids even said. You just laid in bed eating Reese's and drinking Mountain Dew. Wasted. I never touched meth. Yeah, let's talk to Cole Jr. again. He gave that one up. You're not even a decent addict. You'll do whatever's in front of you. You don't care. As long as it gets you high, you don't give a shit. Upper, downer. You're not even discerning. I know, big word. Big brain, big word. So, yeah, Lisa, people do make money for various reasons. If they're making actual content, they deserve to be paid for it. They can do whatever they like because it's fair use. What are your videos? Shit. What's your TikToks? Oh, begging. Well, that's not content, is it? If people actually take your begging streams and make something out of them, that's work. You don't work. You just beg. Could life get any easier for you? Everybody's paid your way. Everybody's taking care of you. Everybody's taking care of your children. You shouldn't even call yourself a mother. You gave birth to kids. You weren't a mother. Shit, even Abby had to get Jace his last Halloween costume and take him. You were too busy begging. Not a mother, Lisa. You're not a mother. You never will be. You're just a waste of oxygen, to be honest. So, I'm going to the dollar store to buy items to finish the Lisa project. I hope you like it, Lisa. You know, and it's funny. I didn't know Nookie and Kai were going to be putting out the golden oldies that you did, but it actually helped me. It was part of the project. So, thank you guys. And one of these days, you know, Nookie and Kai should tell me which charity they'd like a month to go to. We'll do a Kai month, a Nookie month. Wherever you want the money to go, I'll show it going out. All right, guys, that's our Sunday rant for today.